All right. What's going on? So, I was listening to the Diary of a CEO podcast, and they're interviewing Tony Robbins. And one of the most interesting takeaways for me in that interview, Tony Robbins was explaining how one's needs actually create pain. And so once you let go of those needs and trying to control those needs, you actually become stress-free. And the interviewer, Stephen Bartlett, he does a great job, and he asked Stephen, what are some of your needs? And they listed 6, but only one of the 6 really stuck with me, and it was the need for significance, right? And Stephen said also the need for significance for him. And he was asking Stephen, why do you feel the need to chase significance? And he was talking about his struggles in school and maybe quitting a job and trying to prove to people that he was creating something powerful. He wanted to maybe convince to people that didn't believe in him that maybe they should have when he was in school or whatever it may be. And not to ramble on, but I think for me personally, occasionally the need for significance can be a problem. Trying to chase significance. The question is why do you want to be significant? And is it because you want to have an impact on others? Is it because you want to chase for something personally? And Tony Robbins was saying, if you're ever having a problem with maybe fulfillment, and if part of that fulfillment is chasing significance, once you try to provide value for other people other than yourself, you're going to feel a lot better. And it's such a big takeaway for me, because I think first 5-6 years I said it wasn't about me, but maybe it is, right? I want to prove to people that I am creating something cool, and I am creating something powerful, and I am creating something unique. But the reality is it doesn't really matter. I can let go of that significance, because that chase for significance occasionally causes pain. So I wanted to share that with y'all. Diary of the CEO podcast, really interesting perspective. So if you are creating a channel, if you're making art, if you are maybe trying to get a new title at work, just remember, if you're chasing significance, really challenge yourself why you're chasing that significance, why you need that significance. And once you let go of that need, you're gonna feel a lot better. Another example, not to ramble on, obviously like I said, this channel is for me to get better at communicating my thoughts and get better as an introvert. But another example is this past week, I have been reimagining my podcast as an animation series, which I've told y'all, and I tagged one of the brands in my animation series, and it's a brand that I really looked up to, and I saw they are incorporating a similar project. And instinctively, what I was thinking was, the old me would be frustrated, right? This brand copied me, this brand copied my idea. I've kind of gone to the point now where I've taken more accountability, where if I don't want an idea stolen, then I shouldn't post it on social media, because social media is a forum for sharing those ideas. And the reality is, if it wasn't a good idea, it wouldn't be stolen. Or if it wasn't replicated, it wouldn't be quote unquote stolen. So I try to get out of that mindset. But the new thought that I was having, that I was wrestling with, is, man, this person's gonna get significance, right? This person is gonna be looked at as this creative genius, even though, I'm not saying this person copied me by any means, I don't know if they did, but it was the fact that we both had a similar vision, and this person's gonna likely get significance because I have more followers, etc., than I do. And I have to remind myself, why do I need that significance? Because you don't, right? So I have to focus on myself, not on what other brands are doing, because I can't control that, right? And the reality is I told myself I'm not doing this for credit. I'm not doing this for validation. But I can't contradict myself with that thought process. So again, trying to teach myself to let go of chasing significance, right? And making sure I'm really doing things for the right reasons. And I'm confident in those decisions, and I'm learning from them and just getting better each day. And just wanted to share that because I struggle with significance. I had a hard time in school. I did not get good grades. I was always a smaller kid growing up, a little bit undersized. I was always maybe the nice kid, so I wasn't always respected. So there's always been this need for me to chase significance. So if you're out there, know that I'm having that same thought. Maybe you're chasing significance, but just know, once you let go of trying to chase the significance and realize that maybe you already are significant, just by being who you are and being honest and trying your best to be high integrity, you'll feel a lot less stress and a lot less uncertainty and more clarity. So, sorry, didn't mean to ramble on, but appreciate y'all, and chat soon. Peace.